You are welcome to another interesting and educative hour on your favorite platform, Literature Hub 247, where the art and science of literature are discussed. This video is about a non-African poem titled She Walks in Beauty. She Walks in Beauty is composed by Lord Byron. Earlier on this platform, I've presented a comprehensive review of this poem. So if you need the link to that video, just send your request to the comment section and the link will be sent to you. In fact, you need to watch that video before you watch this one so that you understand our discourse here. Or, in the alternative, you must have gone through the poem, through the analysis of the poem before you watch this video. Because this particular video is about a WAEC standard question on She Walks in Beauty. A WAEC standard question on She Walks in Beauty. Please, before we go to the classroom, let me introduce one of my ebooks that contains 200 WAEC style questions and answer. It has 200 WAEC style questions and answer, and it is based on 2026 to 2030 WAEC literature syllabus. So I'm going to leave the link in the description of this video for you to download. Now let's go to the classroom. The question here says, analyze the use of imagery in She Walks in Beauty. Analyze the use of imagery in She Walks in Beauty. The first thing we have to do is to study the question very well. We need to identify the literary device, if there's any literary device mentioned in this question. So we need to explain the literary device related to a relevant theme and then go ahead and answer the question. So the literary device mentioned here is imagery. So we need to explain the meaning of imagery. In literature, imagery refers to the use of descriptive language that appeals to the senses. That is, sense of sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell, to create vivid mental pictures and evoke emotions in the reader. It helps the reader imagine scenes, objects, or qualities more clearly. When you are reading some literary works and you are feeling as if you are seeing the picture of what you are reading, that means we have the use of imagery in such a literary work. So that is what we are trying to explain here. The theme of the unity of inner and outer beauty is central to the poem. The theme of the unity of inner and outer beauty is central to the poem. Byron's imagery links the woman's attractive features with her pure soul, showing that true beauty is not merely physical, but a reflection of goodness within. That is, true beauty is not measured through physical appearance. We have to consider the inner thoughts of the person. The blending of light and darkness becomes symbolic of the balance between appearance and character. And She Walks in Beauty, Lord Byron uses rich visual imagery to paint a detailed portrait of the woman's beauty. The central image compares her to, this is being quoted from the poem, the night of cloudless climes and starry skies. The night of cloudless climes and starry skies, quote and unquote, blending the calmness of darkness with the brightness of stars. This contrast between light and dark suggests a perfect harmony between our physical appearance and inner goodness. That is, the contrast between light and dark suggests a perfect harmony between our physical appearance and inner goodness. Byron further uses imagery to describe our facial features. The tender light in her eyes, the serenely sweet expression of her cheek, and the nameless grace in her smile. These have been quoted from the poem. That is, tender light, serenely sweet, nameless grace in her smile. These images not only capture her physical charm, but also hint at her innocence purity, and moral virtue. Through this imagery, the reader perceives the woman as an ideal of beauty that is both outwardly graceful and inwardly virtuous. In conclusion, Byron's use of imagery transforms the woman from a mere subject of admiration into a symbol of perfect harmony, reinforcing the romantic ideal that moral virtue enhances physical beauty. Moral virtue enhances physical beauty. That is, beauty is not only measured through physical appearance. We need to consider the moral aspects of a person, the inner thought, the soul. This image not only shapes the reader's perception, but also strengthens the poet's message that real beauty radiates from within. So that is the answer to that question on she walks in beauty. That is, analyze the use of imagery in she walks in beauty. Don't forget that I said I'm going to leave the link for you to download my ebook that is exam ready. I will leave the link in the description of this video. So if you are new on this platform, try and click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you be part of this class. So whenever any video is produced, you are going to be notified. Like this video. You are free to share any of my videos on any social media platform. Invite your friends and colleagues to join us. If you have any question or comments, make use of the comment section and it will be attended to immediately. Let's meet in the next class. Thank you and God bless.